Was George Clooney caught cheating on his wife Amal Clooney with Meghan Markle? That's what one tabloid would have you believe from its cover story, but it's completely bogus. Gossip Cop can debunk it. Caught out. It's all been one big act, reads the cover of this week's issue of New Idea over pictures of Markle and Clooney. The cover suggests that the actor and Duchess of Sussex have had an affair, leaving Markle's husband Prince Harry blindsided, and a $160 million cash deal exposed. If that sounds very salacious and exciting, prepare to be disappointed when you open the magazine to read more. The actual article entirely backtracks on the cover's eye-catching claims, instead just suggesting that George Clooney's close friendship with Meghan Markle has created a fresh crisis in his marriage to Amal, which was supposedly already under pressure. A suspicious tipster reports that George, Meghan, Amal, and Harry had a WhatsApp group which they used to keep in contact, but more recently Meghan and George have continued their discussions in one-on-one private chats instead. Amal is pretty peeved, the source says. She's finding it pretty rude, especially since she was the one who encouraged them all to be friends in the first place. George has supposedly been, secretly, helping Markle get back to work in Hollywood after she and Harry stepped down as members of the royal family earlier this year. George is falling over himself to help Meghan and Harry now they've moved to LA, the so-called tipster continues. They're talking a whole lot and that's getting too much for Amal to deal with. The questionable insider finishes by assuring readers that Amal trusts that Meghan and George wouldn't do anything, but that's not the point. It's more about honor and behaving in an appropriate manner, not having these secretive conversations behind her back. First of all, private WhatsApp conversations behind Amal's back? What is this, high school? Even if Markle and George are having one-on-one text conversations, what does that have to do with honor or behaving in an appropriate manner? If Amal trusts that her husband wouldn't cheat, what's the big deal? Second of all, note the bait and switch here. The tabloid cover suggests that Markle and George were caught cheating, but the actual article just talks about their friendship. The tabloid obviously has no evidence for any of this and was just trying to trick you into buying copies. There are a lot of other inaccurate details that expose this story as a work of fiction. For example, the tabloid claims that it was Amal who encouraged them all to be friends, but in fact George and Harry were friends for years before Markle and Amal became close. There's also the constant, unsubstantiated rumor that the Clooneys are in a rough patch, which Gossip Cop has debunked many times over. Oh, and that $160 million cash deal, the cover mentioned isn't brought up at all in the article. New Idea is not a publication you should trust when it comes to news about either George and Amal Clooney or Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Gossip Cop has debunked numerous absurd rumors from the tabloid about both couples, such as their bogus story last November and the Clooneys living separate lives due to their busy work schedules, or their phony report just a few weeks ago that Harry and Markle were planning a Hollywood takeover, whatever that's supposed to mean. The tabloid clearly has no insight into the private lives of either couple and can't be trusted to report the truth.